Gorman and Ray Collis, authors of the B2B Sales Revolution, here to talk to you for just a couple of moments on a recently published book, and an important book, called Dirty Little Secrets by Sharon Morgan. John, this book is interesting because it talks a fair deal about buyers.
Yeah, it's great to see a book, Ray, that's Sharon's focusing on the buyer and what the buyer is thinking, and the decisions that the buyer is going to go through before they're actually going to even pay attention to what us sellers have to say and our solutions. So I think it's really, really interesting for us to go on into the buyer zone.
Sharon says in the opening of the book that buyers are struggling too. If we're not succeeding in selling to them, it's often because they're not succeeding in getting their projects past the post, getting them across the line. And she uses the term buyer facilitation. What did you pull out of that, John?
What I pulled out of that facilitation process was that it's our job as sellers to, again, help the buyer to buy and to facilitate them through their buying process. And that they have one, so we need to work with it.
I think another very interesting point is that Sharon uses the term buyer consultant to describe the new role of the salesperson. But one of the key challenges she suggests is there for both buyer and seller is this idea of homeostasis, that in order to get the buyer to buy, they've got to make some change, and that change isn't necessarily easy.
No.
Enabling change is our role as salespeople. That strike you?
Yeah, you know, it's funny, over time we've become more of change agents, and as Sharon says, buyers sometimes fear the change, and if they can't actually see the benefits of beyond the change and the cost of change, they're going to stay with the status quo.
I think one final point, I guess, in urging people to pick up a copy of the book is the notion we have in the profession that the salesperson and the relationship between the salesperson and the buyer is paramount. And I guess Sharon's putting that into context, saying the relationship and the cordiality and any friendship and so on between salesperson and buyer is secondary to the buying decision. The logic, the rationale, the change is required, the buy-in, and that our role as buying facilitator and change agent is more important than our role as trying to be the buyer's friend.
Absolutely. You know, friendship don't get deals. The buying process and why the customers are going to buy is what it's all about.
So that's Dirty Little Secrets by Sharon Morgan. We recommend you get a copy.